As a daughter of immigrants whose parents are from a colonized place, I reckon with the depths of colonialism's brutality, past and present, and embrace my responsibility to join with others in dismantling systems of oppression and to build together for justice. Earlier this week, Labor Day gave us an opportunity to celebrate workers and pay closer attention to whose work is visible and valued and where that work takes place. You can still find Atkinson's reflections and those of our CEO, Colette Murphy, on our website or social feeds. The connection between geography, economy, and labor are not always immediately obvious, but they are powerful. If you have any doubts about that, community benefits organizers will show you just how powerful. They're using community benefits tools to build people power and rewrite the very rules of the economy where they live.
Just to recognize that the topic that we have with this webinar series today is about building an anti-racist society. And we all are most likely aware of the nooses that were found on construction sites in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic, basically telling Black people that they were unsafe on the job site. And it was a moment where the community mobilized and where the industry recognized that it was a time of reckoning. And we came together and really looked at what we can do as a community to really root out the vestiges of anti-Black racism and systemic racism in our society. And today is an opportunity for us to really discuss this with the people on the ground who are doing this work and who have been doing this work. And just to understand from their perspective, the kinds of intentional efforts that we have to put in place as a society to create the change that we want to see.
Is that there is a growing consensus, I would say, around community benefits being the best form of economic upliftment for racialized Canadians and people and minorities and equity-seeking groups across Canada.
What do we mean when we say, what is anti-Black racism? So we're hearing a little bit about a broader theme of racism, but I think understanding the unique ways anti-Black racism shows up is really critical to this conversation. And so although racism can happen at an interpersonal level, hearing the stories about nooses on construction sites, what CABR really focuses on is the unique ways in which anti-Black racism permeates institutional and structural levels.
Building anti-racist communities is founded in principles of equity, principles of understanding that without unpacking power, we can't actually create the anti-racist world.